Hi, welcome to Elonix. In this video, I'll show you how to make a simple LED chaser circuit using 555 timer 4017 IC, and then I'll explain you how this circuit works. Also, the LED chasing rate can be adjusted by using a 100 kilo ohm potentiometer in place of the 47 kilo ohm resistor. So let's get started. The components you need to build this circuit are actually a lot, so refer to the description for the full list of components as well as link to the circuit diagram. If you are new to breadboard, note that the holes along the lines shown in the figure are interconnected. Place the 555 timer IC on the breadboard with its notch facing left so that the pinotes are as shown in the figure. Now connect pin 1 of the 555 timer to the ground or negative rail and pin 8 of the IC to the positive rail. Now place a breadboard connector between pins 2 and 6 of the IC and another one between pins 4 and 8. Place 1 microfarad capacitor on the breadboard with its negative terminal connected to pin 1 of the 555 timer IC and its positive terminal connected to pin 2 of the IC. Place 1 kilo ohm resistor on the breadboard with one of its terminals connected to pin 7 of the IC and the other one connected to pin 8. Now place the 47 kilo ohm resistor between pins 6 and 7 of the 555 timer IC. Place 4017 IC on the breadboard with its notch towards left so that the pinotes are as shown in the figure. Now connect pin 16 of the 4017 IC to positive rail and pin 8 of the IC to negative rail. Now place a breadboard connector between pin 8 and pin 13 of the 4017 IC and another one between pin 8 and pin 15. So we have connected the pins 13 and 15 to ground. Now place a breadboard connector between the output of 555 timer IC, which is pin 3, and the clock input of 4017 IC, which is pin 14. Now place a 470 ohm resistor on the breadboard with one of its terminals connected to ground and the other terminal connected to the next rail, which we'll be using to connect all the negative terminals of the LED. If you are using this circuit with any voltage between 9 to 15, then use a 1 kilo ohm resistor in place of the 470 ohm resistor. Now connect pin 3 of the 4017 IC to the first LED, pin 2 to the second LED, pin 4 to the third LED, pin 7 to the fourth LED, pin 10 to the fifth LED, pin 1 to the sixth LED, pin 5 to the seventh LED, pin 6 to the eighth LED, pin 9 to the ninth LED, and finally pin 11 to the 10th LED. Now connect positive and negative terminals of the battery to the respective rails. Now I'll explain you how this circuit works. Here the 555 timer IC is configured to function in a stable mode, which means its output changes between high and low. The duration of each pulse depends on the values of capacitor and resistors used. This pulsed output is sent to the clock input of 4017 IC. Now 4017 IC is a decade counter which switches the output to the next sequential pin each time it senses a low to high transition at the clock input pin. This sequential switching, which looks like the LEDs are chasing each other, continues until the 10th LED and then the output resets back to the first one. This process repeats again and again. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe to this channel and check out my other videos. If you have any queries, feel free to ask them in the comment section below.